Dear student, now this is very important problem for theory point of view for 3 marks. Very important. It covers lot of information and lot of concepts in this arithmetic progression. Have a look on this. Sum of first P, Q and R terms of AP are small a, small b, small c respectively. We have to show that A by P into Q minus R plus B by Q into R minus P plus C by R into P minus Q is equal to 0. This is what the question. Dear children, we already know that the first term of a arithmetic progression we have taken as small a, common difference is taken as small d. But here sum of first P term is taken as a small a. So that's why instead of small a for first term and small d for common difference, let us take capital A for the first term, capital D for the common difference. Let capital A and capital D be the first term and the common difference. CD, I can write CD, common difference. Okay, now one by one we can segregate that. Sum of first P, Q and R terms of AP are ABC, they are given. Sum of P term is nothing but SP. SP they are given that A. Have a look. SP is nothing but Sn is given by n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here SP is there. SP is nothing but P by 2 into 2a. 2 into capital A plus P minus 1 into capital D. That is equal to A. Observe here, we want A by P term, so that cross multiply this P here. Then what is the remaining thing here? 1 by 2 into, have a look on this, 2A plus P minus 1 into D is equal to A by P. This is one. And again, sum of first Q term is P. That means what? SQ. SQ is equal to B. How can you write SQ? That is given by Q by 2 into 2A, capital A, right? 2A plus Q minus 1 into capital D is equal to B. Further we want B by Q, so that cross multiply Q. What happens here? 1 by 2 into 2A plus Q minus 1 into D is equal to B divided by Q. And third one, what they are given? Sum of first R terms is C. That means what? SR is equal to C. SR means sum of R terms. How can you get? That is equal to R by 2 into 2A plus R minus 1 into D is equal to C. Actually, we want C by R. Therefore, cross multiply R there. What happens here? 1 by 2 times of 2A plus R minus 1 into D is equal to C divided by R. These are the three things required thing. Now, what we wish to show that, we have to show that A by P into that plus B by Q into that plus C by R into that should be equal to 0. For that now, consider the LHS part. What is that? A by P into Q minus R plus B by Q into R minus P plus C by R into P minus Q. This thing should be equal to 0. Now I am going to just substitute here. In place of A by P, what is A by P? A by P is half into 2A plus P minus 1 into D into what? In place of A by P, I have written this into Q minus R plus in place of B by Q. In place of B by Q, I can write 1 by 2 times of 2A plus Q minus 1 into D into what? This R minus P. Have a look on this. Plus in place of C by R. In place of C by R, I can write half into 2A plus R minus 1 into D into what? P minus Q. Okay, my dear student, now what to do now? we have to take 1 by 2 as common. Can we take the 1 by 2 as common? Okay, now just have a look on this. 1 by 2 times of, just multiply this, 2a into q minus r plus p minus 1 into d into q minus r, plus 1 by 2 is already taken out, 2a into this, that means 2a into r minus p plus q minus 1 into d into r minus p plus 1 by 2 is already taken out. So then become 2a into p minus q plus r minus 1 into d into p minus q. Now have a look on this. This is I can use close the bracket here. Just have a look on this. Here 2a is there. Here 2a. Here 2a. Take 2a as common here. So half into 2a common. When you take 2a is common, here you will get q minus r plus here r minus p, here plus in the last term p minus q. This is what plus. Now here and here and here you can take capital D as common. When you take capital D as common, what's the remaining thing is? P minus 1 into q minus r plus q minus 1 into r minus p plus r minus 1 into p minus q. Have a look on this. So that is equal to half into, have a look on this, 2a into plus q plus p minus p plus r minus r get cancelled 0 plus d into multiply p into q. Just have a look on this, pq minus pr minus q, minus into minus plus r, p into q, p into minus r, minus 1 into q, minus into minus plus r, plus the next become multiply these two things. What happens here? qr minus qp minus r plus p plus multiply this rp minus rq minus p plus q. By simplifying this, plus q minus q plus r minus r plus p minus p. Okay, plus pq minus pq minus pr plus pr plus qr minus qr. All this get cancelled. What happens here, dear student? Half into 2a into 0 is 0 plus d into entire thing is 0, that becomes 0. Ultimately the answer will be equal to 0. So that we shown that a by p into q minus r plus b by q into r minus p plus c by r into p minus q, that will be equal to 0. This is how we are doing this. Please understand the question very clearly once again. Okay, we'll do it one more problem. Related to this. Dear student, understand the question right now. So what is the question here? How many terms of AP are needed to give the sum? How many terms of the AP minus 6, minus 11 by 2, minus 5, so on are needed to give the sum minus 25? So this is an arithmetic progression. First, we wish to collect the first term and the common difference. Okay, let A is equal to, what is the first term here? Minus 6. A is minus 6. Find out D. D is the common difference between the succeeding term and preceding term. How can you take? So T2 minus T1 minus 11 by 2 minus of minus 6. That become minus 11 by 2 plus 6. How much you have? So 6 are 12. Minus 11 plus 12 is 1 by 2. And what are the data? Are needed to give the sum minus 25. Sn they are given. Sn is equal to minus 25. And how many term? N is question mark. N is question mark. How many terms? Okay, now we have the formula that now they are given what? Sn is equal to minus 25. We have the Sn formula. what is Sn is n by 2 into, observe here, 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to minus 25. My dear student, the confusion thing is what formula we have to use in the particular problems. When they are using the word, the 10th term, 5th term, like that, we have to use Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. If they are using the concept of sum, we have to use this formula n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, now n by 2, now cross multiply 2, that is n into 2a, 2 into minus 6. I can write 2 into minus 6 plus n minus 1 into d. D is what here? 1 by 2 is equal to minus 50. How it become minus 50? 2 into minus 25. Simplify this. N into minus 12 plus. So n into 1 by 2. So or else we can do like this. N minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus 50. Now I have to take LCM here. N into, take LCM. What is an LCM? 2. Cross multiply minus 24 plus n minus 1 into 1. That is equal to minus 50. Further I have to cross multiply again this one. What happens here? N into minus 24 plus n minus 1 is equal to minus 100. Simplify this. What happens here? Minus 24n plus n square minus n is equal to minus 100. Now what happens here? Rearrange this plus n square I can write first. Minus 24n minus n, that is minus 25n, and minus 100 when it comes to LHS, this becomes plus 100 is equal to 0. Now you have the quadratic equation. Just factorize it. 100 is there. So if you multiply the two terms, that should get 100. Okay, if you add it, you will get minus 25. Can I write it as minus 20 minus 5? Yes. This becomes n square minus 20n minus 5n plus 100 is equal to 0. Now from these two terms I can take n is common, that becomes n minus 20. From these two terms I can take minus 5 as common. What happens here? N minus 20 is equal to 0. From these two things, what is that? N minus 20 is common, remaining is n minus 5, that is equal to 0. Therefore n minus 20 is equal to 0 or n minus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore n is equal to 20 or n is equal to 5. So either the term is, either 5th term gives the sum minus 25 or the 20th term gives the sum minus 25. This is the concept related to this problem. Understand once again, dear students. We'll do some other problem related to this. Okay, observe the answer. I will write one more question related to this. Observe the solution. The question is like that. If the sum of a certain number of AP is, after AP 25, 22, 19 is 116. Find the last term. What is the question? Find the last term. It is a question. Find the last term. Okay, observe here, my dear student. Observe. This is very simple, very simple. As usual, if the sum of certain number of AP, they are asking that sum of certain number of AP is 116. What is an AP they are given? The given AP is 25, 22 and 19. Now let us write. What is the first term? Solution. Understand this. What is the first term? A is equal to 25 and D is equal to T2 minus T1, 22 minus 25, that is equal to minus 3, and sum of a certain number is 116. That means Sn is equal to 116. Find the last term. Last term is nothing but L. Nothing but Tn is question mark. To find the Tn, we wish to find out N first, and thereafter we can find out Tn. Okay, now use the concept here. They are given Sn is equal to 116. What is Sn? N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is 116. This is Sn. Just 2 cross multiply. What happens here? N into 2a. 2 into 25, 50 plus n minus 1 into d is what? Minus 3 is equal to 116 into 2. That is equal to 232. Got my point? So n into, simplify this, 50 minus 3n, minus 3 into n minus 3n, minus into minus become plus 3 is equal to 232. Multiply this now, n into 50 plus 3, 53 minus 3n is equal to 232. Simplify that, 53n minus 3n square is equal to 232. Now since highest term n square is negative, take all these things to RHS. Minus 3n square go that side, that plus 3n square, 53n go that side, minus 53n, and remaining is 232 is equal to 0. Now you got a quadratic equation. Okay, we have to, if you multiply 3 into 232, the answer will be, factorize it. If you add it, minus 53, and if you multiply 3 into 232, the required thing is, what is that? 2 into 232. That becomes 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4. So 260, that is, sorry, that 3. So 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 696. So if you multiply two numbers, you should get plus 696. If you add it, minus 53. What are the factors? The factors become minus 24, minus 29. Minus 24, minus 29. Have a look on this. 3n square minus 24n minus 29n plus 232 is equal to 0. Here from these two things, I can take 3n is common. When 3n is common, that will get n minus 8. Minus 29 is common. What you will get? N minus 8 is equal to 0. From these two things, n minus 8 into 3n minus 29 is equal to 0. What means? N is equal to 8 or 3n minus 29 is equal to 0. Have a look on this. I just factorize the quadratic equation. Got my point? Now, since n is equal to 8 or 3n minus 29 is equal to 0. Therefore, ultimately, n is equal to 8 or 3n is equal to 29. 3n is equal to 29. Then n is equal to 29 divided by 3. This is not possible. Number or term will never be negative, will never be fraction, will never be irrational, will never be complex number, nothing that. So n must be a positive whole number. Therefore, n is equal to 8 is considerable. Number of term is 8. So now we wish to find out the last term. What is the last term formula? Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So n is 8. T8 is equal to a is what? A, here we have 25 plus n minus 1, nothing but 8 minus 1, 7 into d is minus 3. That is equal to 25. 7 into minus 3 minus 21. That is equal to 25 minus 21, 4. Is the last term. Is the last term. T8, that is equal to 4, is the last term. Observe the problem, dear student. Very neatly, very neatly observe that. Very neatly. Okay.